who've been here many, many times. So can you do that again, please? All right!
This song, I sing for the kids who wrote it because I went into a classroom to work with 10 kids in a school for the Winnipeg Folk Festival's Mentors program, which is a program that sends musicians in to write with kids that are struggling in school and maybe need to have a bit of a break from their schedules.
I remember a time when I took my daughter to Sea Kids Hospital. And usually Sea Kids Hospital is a very scary place to be. I would usually shrink and try to become small, unnoticeable, and hope that any disease we may encounter will not notice me either. But this time, something was different. After going through coach's training, and I must add in a lot of therapy, something shifted in my mindset. I realized that I was not afraid. I knew I can handle it. Whatever it might be, we will deal with it, we'll survive.
So anyways, I'm practicing and I'm getting over it. Like the one place I work at, one of the sandwich companies I work with, I went in there and I told them when I first went there, I said, okay, listen, we're gonna have a deal. They said, what's that? I said, what we're gonna do is, you're not allowed to yell at me. They said, what? I said, you're not allowed to yell at me. And I'm not allowed to yell at you. And if you yell at me, I'm gonna leave. And I'm never coming back. And if I yell at you, I have to leave and never come back. And they're just looking at me strange. And I said, oh, by the way, this isn't training for you, this is training for me. Because that's the way I always got my way. Right, so anyways, and these guys are Italian, so it's really funny. You go there, they're yelling at everybody else, and when they come to me, they talk to me.
And a friend of mine who was a Supreme Court judge in Afghanistan told me that he was coming to Canada. Did I want anything from him? In the beginning, I hesitated, but then I realized that yes, I want something. I asked him to go to Kabul River and pick a small piece of stone, about 100 grams. He said, what do you want a stone for? I said, well, when you come here, I will tell you the story. So he came and he actually called me and he brought me the stone. And I carried that stone with me all the time. The lesson that I learned from that is that you never give up your hope, or your dream and your hope. But believe that the universe will deliver it to you in a form, shape, and timing of its choosing.
And when the gurney smashed through those doors and those bright lights were in the operating room, I think the anesthesiologist saw the fear in my face because he leaned in and he went, "It's okay, Mr. Campkin, everything's gonna be." And I was out. Now I'm gonna use the word allegedly here because I was in ICU, I was coming out of some heavy drugs. This is how the story goes. My wife called later that night to see how I was doing, and the nurse picked up the phone, and when she said my name, the nurse kind of chuckled. I kind of threw Lori for a loop. She, "Is everything okay with Brian?" And she said, "Well, Mrs. Campkin, you tell us. When he was waking up, he was trying to order a pina colada. Is that normal for him?" And that's when my wife knew I was going to be just okay.
I entered the matchmaking business happenstance in 1992 because an ex-boyfriend of mine said, "Hey, Carm, there's this company, it's a dating company, and I think that you'd be really great at it." I said, "Okay, what would I have to do?" And he said, "Well, you just have to talk to singles about their love life and help them." And here I'm thinking, I'm 19 years old. I just came from an abusive relationship. I ran away from home. I'm homeless. What the heck would I know about relationships? But thankfully, in sales, we have a script.
You said diamonds. So the idea is to go through and locate the diamonds, one at a time in order, starting with the ace.
Yes.
Whoa. A little bit further down, that should be the 2.
Whoa.
Sherry, are you still here?
Yes.
Sometimes they leave. Sometimes the whole audience leaves. They think it's hysterical.
Would you tell